So, October 14th, 2025, 6:47 p.m. Sitting at my desk, working still, I get an email about organizational changes. Then I get a calendar invite for 8 a.m. the next morning. All the blood rushed out of my head, and all I could think of was, not again. 10 months ago, I bought this house. I relocated to be closer to the office. And now, 10 months later, I'm about to lose it. I had to decide whether I was going to tell my wife or wait. I decided that I have to rip the Band-Aid off and face it head on and go tell her. She fell apart. She started crying because we both know what this meant. This is my second layoff in 3 years. So here's what nobody tells you about layoffs. It's not about updating your resume. It's not about networking more. It's not about staying positive. It's about survival. We have about 6 months of runway if we cut everything. But our mortgage is significant. In a market where similar roles are also being laid off, in a time of the year where houses don't sell very well to begin with, and in a market that's soft with pretty decent interest rates. The math doesn't work. The first piece of advice that I got: try to save your house. Restructure your mortgage. And you know what? That advice doesn't help when you're drowning. And we're drowning. So here's what keeps me up at night. And it's probably what's keeping you up at night as well if you've recently been laid off. It's not just the money. It's telling my wife that we're probably going to have to pack up and move states. We're going to have to leave our home. It's the health insurance that costs more than a car payment. It's also looking in the mirror and admitting that you're scared. And I'm scared. Here's the thing I'm most embarrassed to admit. I have to put on a brave face. I have to tell people that I'm optimistic. Things are going to be okay. They're going to work out. But you know what? The dread is always there. It's always there. And I can't stop thinking about all the other people who are in the same boat I'm in, who don't have the 6 month of runway that I have, who don't have a plan, who are even more scared right now than I am. So about a week ago, something shifted in my head. I decided to stop trying to get back to normal because I realized something. The traditional corporate employment model has changed. Job security isn't what it used to be. That means that we have to change how we think about our financial security. So I'm doing something radical. I decided to calculate my exact runway, like down to the dollar. I looked at every option. And I mean every option, even the extreme ones. I learned a lot already. Still learning. I even looked at the options that people don't talk about, like location arbitrage. Essentially, if I'm in an area where it's costing me a lot to live, I've got to consider packing everything up and moving someplace where it doesn't cost as much to live. An area I may not even be familiar with, just to make this work, make this survive. Even your financial advisors aren't going to tell you that these type of options exist. I also made a decision. I'm going to build something that helps me. And people like me have complete visibility and control over our financial situation. No more hoping, no more guessing. I learned this lesson 3 years ago in my first layoff. You can't control what happens to your job, but you can control how you respond. So that's why I'm building WealthCheck. Not because I'm some successful entrepreneur with a happy ending. I'm building it right now, in real time, while I'm packing up my house. While I'm figuring out where to move. While I'm 3 weeks into unemployment. Because I need it, and you need it too. Every wealth tracking app I found, they wanted my bank login. They want to sell my data. They want to conveniently integrate me and make me dependent on their system. No, I want complete control. I want to manually enter my data, and I want to see my runway exactly. And I want to add all the tools that don't exist. Tools that actually help you when you're laid off. So, the layoff survival calculator shows you how long you can last at different spending levels. The severance package analyzer that tells you what to negotiate before you sign. The emergency expense identifier that flags what to cut immediately. And the runway dashboard that counts down every single day. Not because I'm trying to build some billion-dollar startup, but because I'm trying to survive and help others survive too. So here's what I want you to know if you just got laid off. This too shall pass, but the standard advice often misses the mark. What you actually need is a clear financial picture today. Real options that actually work. Not just safe advice. Tools that help you make hard decisions. And a community of people who get it. That's what I'm building. And yeah, I'm scared. I don't know if this will work. I might fail spectacularly. But you know what? The strongest steel is forged in the hottest fire. This fire is going to forge something better because I've learned that relying solely on traditional employment for security isn't always the answer. And if you've been laid off recently, maybe you're learning that too. So I'm putting a link in the description to WealthCheck's Layoff Survival Calculator. It's free. It's private. No data. No bank login required. calculate your runway. See exactly where you stand. Make your hard decisions with real numbers. And if you want to follow along on this journey, watch me either build something amazing or learn some hard lessons. Subscribe, please. Because I'm going to document everything. I'm going to document the good, the bad, and the terrifying. And I'm going to help as many people along the way as I can.